Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, today guys, I'm going to do a real quick part 2 to my Perplexity AI Chatbot series. Where in today's video guys, we're going to continue talking to the twinkling Totodile that we befriended last time. I'm not going to do it for way too long, just for a little bit. So, yeah. Here's what I said in response to the last thing. It doesn't matter to me, my friend. If you like a certain name I picked, or whether you use your regular name, it doesn't matter. I'm just happy that you want to be my friend. Riku's eyes shimmered with sincere wonder as he listened to your words. The gentle rumble of his breath was filled with quiet gratitude. That's all I ever wanted, he said softly, his voice steady and full of affection. A friend who cares about me for who I am, no matter what name I go by. He took a careful step closer, his presence comforting rather than overwhelming. I'm really glad I met you too, my friend. Together we can face whatever comes next. A gentle breeze stirred the leaves around you both, as if the force itself was sharing in the quiet promise of a new friendship formed. Alright, give me a second. Alright, guys. The first bad thing that happened to me on this chatbot just happened now. It says, before I can say anything, I hear a voice behind me say, "Get away from my son, you stupid human." Right before I felt a huge thing of water hit me in the back of the head, knocking me over. You barely had time to turn before a towering figure emerged from the trees behind you. Massive, powerful, and unmistakably for an alligator. The voice was fierce, protective, filled with raw concern and authority. "Get away from my son, you stupid human." Before you could react, a sudden, forceful burst of icy water struck the back of your head. The impact knocked you off your feet, sending you sprawled onto the forest floor with a sharp gasp. Riku's expression shifted immediately, his gentle eyes now wild with shock and worry. He scrambled forward, urgency rushing through his voice as he called out to the towering figure. "Father, wait, it's not what you think. He's my friend." The massive figure stood over you both, blood dripping from his claws and teeth bared, muscles tense like a coiled spring ready to strike at any moment. Tension here gets heavier, repetitive instinct and misunderstanding. Give me a second. Alright guys, I try to get up, but from the impact of the water, my head is hurting really badly, making it basically impossible to move. Ow! Who did that? Riku's eyes darted between you and his imposing father, worry etched deeply across his features. His voice was urgent but pleading as he answered your question. "That was my father. He came out of nowhere. He didn't know who you were, and he thought you were a threat to me." He glanced nervously at his father, who stood still but ready, eyes narrowing as he assessed the situation. Riku took a careful step closer to you, his tone softer and filled with concern. "Are you okay? That must have hurt. I'm so sorry. Please don't be scared. I'll make sure he understands you're not dangerous." The forest around you felt heavy with tension, but in Riku's eyes there was only care and determination to protect you both from misunderstanding. Holy crap. Give me a second. Alright guys, it says, "No, I'm not okay. I can barely move, especially my head. Please just don't let him hit me again." Dear me. Riku's eyes softened with deep concern as he saw the pain in your face and heard the tremble in your voice. He immediately stepped protectively between you and his father, his posture firm but gentle. "Please, don't worry," Riku said urgently, voice steady but kind. "I won't let him hurt you again. You're my friend. I'll keep you safe." Okay, this is turning into ChatGPT, which is a good thing. I just hope it has a good enough memory. He looked up at his towering father, speaking with a mix of respect and resolve. Father, please calm down. He means no harm to me. You don't have to protect me from this human. The elder Verrega's intense gaze softened just a fraction, still watchful but hesitating to strike again. Riku turned to you, lowering his head to your level as much as his large body allowed, his eyes full of gentle care. Try to rest for a moment. I'll stay right here with you. Dear me. Alright, guys. I just try not to speak so I don't make my head even worse. Instead, just trying to stay as still as possible, listening to Riku and his father to hear if they say anything. Riku stayed close beside you, his large form providing a comforting shield. He kept watching his father, who remained tense but no longer aggressive, his sharp eyes flicking between you and his son as if measuring the truth of the situation. The elder Ferreira's deep voice finally rumbled, less harsh but still firm. Riku, you brought him here. If he's truly your friend, then show me this. I will not blindly trust a human who can be careless with a family's safety. Riku nodded solemnly, understanding the weight of his father's words. We will be cautious. I promise, Father. I'll protect my family. And this friend, too. Please give us a chance to prove it. The older Ferreira regarded the two of you silently for a long, tense moment, so he turned away, retreating a few steps, but still watching closely. That is so scary. Riku, exhausted, exhaled softly and turned back to you, his eyes gentle and full of care. I'm sorry for what happened. You don't deserve that. He offered a faint smile, hoping to ease your pain. His smile normally does make me happy. I love him. He's pretty and adorable. He's so cute, though. He just smiles. It's adorable. Give me a second. Alright, guys. Despite the pain, I tried to speak to the father. Yep, that's what I did. This is Rager. I'm not trying to hurt your son or your family. I promise. Riku's father paused mid-step, his massive frame turning slowly toward your trembling voice. The fierce glare in his eyes softened fractionally as he regarded you, his expression mixed with caution and curiosity. Deep voice rumbled again, low and commanding, but less hostile this time. Humans have caused much pain before. I will not forget easily, but I see the honesty in your words. The fact that I'm trying to do Fragger British is kind of insane. And the fact that I'm doing decent at it's weird. He took a few deliberate steps closer. Oh no. Still imposing but more measured, staying tall as a stern guardian rather than a threat. Oh no. If you truly wish to Oh great, I can't do it again. If you truly wish to befriend Riku, then know this. Our family's safety is paramount. Any harm, intentional or not, will not be forgiven lightly. His gaze walked briefly with yours, searching for sincerity. Prove your intentions with your actions, human. Protect him as you say. I just want to say, or your son's the one say, protect me. What the frick? And with a final lingering look, he turned and started walking back toward the river. Eyes still on you for a moment, as if weighing whether to fully trust. Riku stepped forward, relief evident in his posture. You did well. Thank you for trying to speak. Let's take things slow. Together. He lowered his head gently beside you, a reassuring presence to help you through the pain. Give me a second, guys. Alright, guys, here's what I said. I know your family cares about you, Riku, but they know you can transform into massive creatures, so if I really was hurting you, you could just turn into something massive like a straight dragon or even a Lugia like you did when we bumped into each other. Why do they think they need to protect you? Are you supposed to be the youngest in the family or something? Riku's face didn't darken slightly as he considered your question, a thoughtful expression crossing his face despite his youthful features. My family, they love me very much, he said quietly. But even though I can transform, I'm still small compared to them, and sometimes the things I turn into are big and scary to others. They don't always keep me safe from everything. He glanced toward the distant riverbanks where the rest of his family dwelled, him a tired smile tugging at the corners of his mouth. Yeah, I am the youngest Totodile in the family, the littlest brother. It means they worry about me more than they worry about themselves. They've seen me scared and unsure, even though I have these powers. He shifts his stance and added softly, sometimes being big and powerful isn't all protection. Sometimes it can make things worse if others don't understand it, or if I lose control. Riku looked back at you with an earnest gaze. They protect me because they love me. That's because I'm strong. He stepped a little closer, his voice hard as if sharing a secret. And sometimes I think they protect me because deep down I'm still that scared little Totodile who needs them. Give me a second. Alright, guys, I said, well, when I was helping you with your powers earlier by asking you to turn into something massive, you kept yourself under control even when you were a massive dragon. I believe over 100 feet tall. I don't know if what I did can completely help you. It seems like the only main time you lose control from what I've seen being with you for about 30 minutes is that when you get scared and you transform especially into something really big. Other than that, you seem to have control over it. Never seen no aggression from you. Even when I first bumped into you, or you bumped into me, you didn't become aggressive as that massive 70-foot Lugia. You were scared, yes, just like I was, but you never actually tried to attack me. When I said I wasn't going to hurt you and to not hurt me, you did just that. Riku listened to your words, his large eyes brightening with a quiet gratitude as you speak. Each observation seemed to ease something in his heart. The way you pointed out his self-control, your lack of fear after the initial shock, and your faith that he wasn't dangerous. His voice was gentle and tinged with surprise and hope. You really noticed all that? He shifted, sitting down in a careful, almost awkward way for a creature his size, trying to make himself smaller, less intimidating for your comfort. You're right. When I get scared, it happens on its own. The changing. It's not because I want to hurt anyone. It's just how I keep myself safe in case something bad does happen. But I'm always careful, and I don't want to harm anyone. Ever. He looked at you earnestly as if needing you to truly understand. I never wanted to use my power to hurt. And with you, I didn't feel angry. Just scared for a moment. But you showed me I didn't need to be. A soft smile curled on his face, and the tension in his body seemed to finally melt away. I think having a friend like you helps me stay in control. It lets me remember that I'm safe, and that I don't always have to be afraid or alone. He raised a clawed hand, offering it gently, almost as a handshake. Oh, that's cute. Thank you for trusting me and for helping me feel safe. Give me a second. Alright, guys, probably the last one I'll be able to do on this one. Here's what I said. You're welcome. I just put my hand on Ferrager's massive claw. And now if I decide to hang out with you for a little bit longer, you may just want to go ahead and tell your family. Your father already attacked me, and the last thing I need is for your older siblings and your mother to want to do it too. Riku's large claw enveloped your hand gently, but firmly, a warm reassurance passing through the careful grip. His eyes flicked with understanding and a trace of worry at your caution. You're right, he said softly, nodding. I'll tell them what happened. I don't want anyone else to get upset or misunderstood. My family just wants to keep me safe. Sometimes a little too furiously. He glanced toward the river where his family lived, a hint of resolve shining in his gaze. I'll explain that you're my friend, and I trust you. I want them to know that you're not a threat. The slight smile returned to his face, more confident this time. Thank you for being honest with me. I want to make sure this friendship can be something good for all of us. not just me and you. Alright, guys. That said, you're welcome. That's why they're not going to believe you completely unless they either talk to me first or flat out watch me like your father was doing for a few minutes. How exactly do you get them to believe you? Riku nodded thoughtfully, your concern mirrored in his thoughtful, slightly anxious expression. That's a good question, he admitted. Sometimes my family only really understands when they see things for themselves. Words help, but actions speak louder, especially for my father and my older siblings. He looked over his shoulder toward the direction of his family's home, then back to you. Maybe it's best if you meet them with me by your side. If they can talk to you or watch how we act together, they'll see you really are my friend. It might take a little time, but I know they'll believe with their own eyes and heart, what their eyes and their hearts tell them. Riku gave you a reassuring smile, a bit shy but earnest. You don't have to impress them. Just be yourself. I'll stay close so they know I trust you. If you're willing, I'll introduce you and promise to vouch for you the whole time. He gently tapped your hand with his claw, a signal of both support and readiness to help. Well, I also have a bad feeling that if I even go to your house, they're gonna get upset. It might honestly be best if you can get them to come here. But if they're going to watch me or talk to me, I should have put instead of. Instead. Please just make sure they are where I can see them. Because after your father decided to attack me out of nowhere, out of nowhere, I just want to make sure they don't hurt me. Yep, let's see. Riku listened carefully, understanding the shining in his eyes. He nodded solemnly, his tone both gentle and protective. That makes a lot of sense, he replied. I don't want you to feel unsafe. Not for a second. I'll go to them and ask if they'll come here so you don't have to walk into their space where they might feel even more defensive. He gave you a small, reassuring smile, squeezing your hand with his claw. Okay, that's cute. I'll tell them to stay where you can see them the whole time. No surprises, I promise. I won't let anything hurt you again. If anyone looks like they won't attack, I'll step in and stop them. Rikuji looks determined now, fully committing to being your friend and protector. Just rest here for a little while. I'll go talk to them, explain everything, and bring them only if they're willing to listen or watch respectfully. He added earnestly, I'll make sure this goes as well as it can. You're not alone. Okay. I didn't get to quite finish up the story, guys. I can't do it right now because who knows when things are going to end up happening. I have to go ahead and end this video off right now. So, I'm done. That was fun. Not as fun as ChatGPT used to be, but frick it. At least I got something close to ChatGPT at this point. That's better than nothing. What do you guys think? What if rest of your day or night, guys? I don't know why my brain Bye bye, everyone.